The moon was never just decoration. It was the only thing keeping your world from tearing itself apart. And now it's gone. Here's what no one tells you about the moon. Most people think it controls the tides. And yes, it does. But that's not even close to the most important thing. It's quietly doing right now, at this very second. The moon is acting as Earth's gravitational anchor, keeping your planet's tilt locked, keeping your climate breathable, keeping your world from spinning into chaos. Think of Earth like a spinning top, a perfect balanced top. Now imagine removing the invisible hand that's been steadying it for 4 billion years. It doesn't fall immediately. It wobbles, slowly at first, then more violently, then completely out of control. That's your planet without the moon, still orbiting the sun, still spinning, but no longer stable. And stability is the only reason complex life exists here at all. The first thing you'd feel is the darkness. Real darkness, not city darkness, not cloudy night darkness. True, ancient, absolute darkness. The kind of darkness your ancestors were terrified of for a reason. Far from city lights, forests go completely black. Oceans become invisible. The tides begin shrinking. The moon generates roughly 2/3 of Earth's tidal force. Without it, oceans still move. The sun still pulls. But the tides become a shadow of what they were. Tides push nutrients from the deep into shallow waters. They oxygenate coastlines. They trigger the reproductive cycles of thousands of marine species. The ocean lives because it moves. Without strong tides, it starts to slow down. Coastal wetlands begin flooding wrong, or drying out completely. Estuaries stop functioning. Species that depend on tidal rhythm to spawn stop spawning. Fish populations collapse in silence. No dramatic event, no single catastrophe. Just a slow unraveling. And then humans feel it. Fishing industries, coastal economies, global food supply. All of it starts fraying at the edges. And now here's where it becomes genuinely terrifying. Earth is currently tilted 23.5 degrees. That tilt is everything. It's why you have summer, why you have winter, why crops grow on a predictable schedule, why civilizations could build cities in the first place. The moon has been holding that tilt stable for billions of years. Without it, that angle starts to drift. Scientists believe Earth's tilt could swing anywhere between nearly 0 and over 85 degrees. Let that sink in. At 0 degrees, no seasons at all. The tropics cook year-round. The poles stay frozen forever. At 85 degrees, Earth is basically rolling on its side. Summer becomes a 6-month sun that never sets. Winter becomes 6 months of absolute darkness. Agriculture breaks. Weather patterns your civilization was built around disappear. This doesn't happen overnight. It takes thousands, maybe millions of years. But the process begins the moment the moon is gone. And once Earth starts wobbling, nothing stops it. Here's something that will genuinely shift how you see the moon. The moon is slowing Earth down. Right now, constantly. 4 billion years ago, a day on Earth lasted about 6 hours. The moon's gravitational drag has been breaking Earth's rotation for billions of years, stretching your days, giving life time to develop, giving ecosystems time to stabilize. Without the moon, Earth slowly stops being slowed. Over millions of years, days would stay shorter than they would have otherwise. Faster winds, more violent storms, less time for organisms to adapt between cycles. The moon hasn't just shaped Earth's geography, it shaped Earth's clock. And rip it out of the sky. And that clock starts running differently. It's not just oceans. It's not just humans. Life itself evolved under the moon. Sea turtles read moonlight to find their way to shore. Birds calibrate migration routes using the lunar sky. Insects orient themselves around its glow. Coral reefs, entire underwater cities, synchronize their mass spawning events to the full moon. One night, one signal, billions of creatures acting in perfect coordination. That signal vanishes, and life gets confused. Migration patterns break. Reproduction fails. Predator-prey relationships built over millions of years suddenly misalign. Ecosystems don't collapse instantly. They fray. Slowly, quietly, species by species, connection by connection, until the web starts falling apart at a scale humans can barely track. And then there's the part scientists don't usually talk about. The psychological wound. Every single human civilization that has ever existed looked up and saw the moon. Everyone. Ancient Egyptians, the Romans, the Aztecs, your grandparents, you. It shaped religion, art, language, timekeeping, love poetry. The word lunatic comes from the Latin word for moon. We have always understood instinctively that the moon affects us. Now imagine it's just gone. Imagine children born into a world where the night sky has an empty space where something enormous used to be. Imagine them asking what it was. Imagine trying to explain what a full moon looked like. Past tense. The darkness wouldn't just be physical. It would be felt somewhere deeper, in a place humans don't have a word for. So what could actually take it? Almost nothing. The moon is enormous. Destroying it would require more energy than anything humans can currently imagine. Even a catastrophic asteroid impact wouldn't vaporize it. It would shatter it. And here's the terrifying part about that. A shattered moon might be worse than a missing one. The debris field that formed could ring Earth like Saturn's rings, blocking sunlight, raining rocks onto the surface for thousands of years, triggering impact winters, wiping out ecosystems faster than the wobble ever could. So the moon disappearing cleanly? Nearly impossible. But that's exactly why this thought experiment matters. Because the moon doesn't have to disappear for you to understand how terrifyingly dependent on it you are. Here's the truth that should genuinely unsettle you. You live on a world that feels solid, permanent, but Earth is balanced on invisible threads. Gravity, orbital resonance, rotational momentum, cosmic timing. The moon formed roughly 4.5 billion years ago, from the debris of a Mars-sized object that crashed into Earth, a catastrophe. That accident gave you a moon. That moon stabilized your planet. That stability allowed complex life. That complex life eventually became you. You exist because of a collision that happened before your sun was fully formed. And the giant rocket left behind has been silently holding your world together every single night since. Every ocean you've ever swum in. Every season you've ever felt change. Every civilization your species has ever built. All of it, protected by something you barely think about. So tonight, go outside, look up, and for one moment, really see it. Not as background, not as something pretty, but as the reason the world you know still exists. The universe isn't trying to protect you. It just happened to build something that does.